Hi, everybody, and welcome to our launch of Team Heart Australia. We are just so excited that you've all come tonight. Look, a big applaud to you all. We have got a full lineup tonight. We have got loads of people on, so it's just super exciting. And this is it. This is the inaugural first webinar of Team Heart Australia, powered by LifeVantage. So I couldn't be happier. So as you can see, my name is Grania Fletcher, but I go by the name of G-E-E, because it's a lot easier to say. And I live in Mooloolaba in Queensland. And just a little bit about me. I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years. I owned a recruitment agency down in Sydney, and then I moved to the Sunshine Coast 12 years ago with my husband and our little boy at the time, Harry. And we set up my husband's clinic. So for quite a few years, I helped him establish that. Then I went on working for a charity and an international speaker, but I always saw network marketing and I was always enthralled by it. And I thought, how could I somehow incorporate network marketing and just basically what I love to do, which is to help people. And my big motto, like the secret to living is giving. So it was like, how can I incorporate, because I know that it's an amazing model, but sometimes you just got to find the right company and it's got to be the right time and you've had the right experience and everything. So I did join a couple of companies now, and I would just say, look, it's been a tremendous experience that I've had. I've really enjoyed my time in both companies. But what I have learned along the way, you kind of come away with a few key points each time. You think, right, I've learned something new and what to look for next time. And one of the biggest things that I found was that you really need to have a unique product, and it's got to be at the right time. Timing is huge in network marketing. So I started looking and researching with my team, and we started researching and looking over in America for what company was over there that was here but hadn't really established itself as being, it wasn't anyway in momentum. It was still just kind of past the foundational levels here in Australia. So we ended up finding this incredible company. So then the next thing I had to do was find the right team to join with, because I've just worked out that finding the right team is huge for you to actually succeed in any company. So I started researching, started looking to see who was the fastest growing team that LifeVantage had, and it was Team Heart. Now, this team, to give you a little bit of background on the team, this team has collectively produced over 300 million in sales in 5 years. They have a proven track record, a proven system designed to teach even the newest person how to succeed as an entrepreneur. Like, all of this stuff was just really resonating with me. Their mission, I just love this, to positively touch people's lives with care, love, acceptance, and mentorship, to re-establishing hope when lost and man, that just resonates so much with me. I was just like, oh my gosh, I've come home. So their vision is to build a globally united community of 1 million users of Protandim and LifeVantage's cutting edge, scientifically backed products, helping people feel better, look better, and perform better. And they want to foster leadership and inspire a financial transformation in people's lives and create an unforgettable, fun life experience together. So what does Team Heart stand for? Heart stands for H, helpfulness, E, entrepreneurship, A, appreciation, R, respect, and T for training. So everyone matters and everything matters. Education is the foundation to all personal success. We want to develop leaders and grow as people and help you to win. So I was like, wow, I have found the team. This is it. Now I've got to find the person who I just felt that I was going to resonate with, that my team was just going to go, yeah, this woman can launch us in Australia. We have complete belief. She aligns and is completely congruent with who we are, and her character just stands for itself. So I would love to introduce the beautiful Rachel Jackson from Houston, Texas, USA, who has so kindly got up at some ungodly hour of the morning over there to come on and launch for us in Australia. So thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you so much, G. I appreciate that. I could listen to you all day long. That beautiful European accent mixed with Australian. It's gorgeous. And guys, it is some ungodly time. I joke around all the time that if God wanted us to wake up this early, he would have made the sun rise a little bit earlier. But it is a little after 6 a.m. And I know we have people dialing in from all over Australia to hear about Team Heart and who this movement is, what they're doing, and you're hearing these rumblings of these scientifically backed products. And G so eloquently shared our mission. And I think that that's important to start a webinar or a presentation with that, because here's what I know. Just as important as what you join and what you partner with and what you promote, it's as important as who you do business with. And I think that you got just a sense of hopefully who we are, what we stand for, and we are all about serving others, reaching people where they're at, and lifting them to where they could possibly go. And if that resonates with you, I hope today, over the next maybe 40 minutes or so, you get an idea of the type of people you'll be working with, the business that we've selected, and really the opportunity of the timing to be a part of a huge Australian launch that's really going to change tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people's lives all over Australia and into Asia. And a little bit of background about me. I am 31 years old. I do live in Texas, and I am married. You can see my gorgeous husband, Josh, there on the left holding the big foam check. We have 2 furry babies. We have 2 English bulldogs, and we have an incredible life. But I'll tell you that it's not always been glamour and riches and ease. In fact, being a college dropout, my first few years, I worked in business. I worked in retail, a lot of customer service, dead-end jobs. And I really wasn't going anywhere with my life, but I felt like I was called for more. And I turned to my husband one day and I just said, I hate my job. I hate commuting 2.5 hours a day. I hate being gone, from 8 a.m. or, really 5:45 a.m. with the commute till 9:30 at night. I just wanted something more. And he dragged me down to this meeting called network marketing. And I was a bit embarrassed. I was definitely a little bit skeptical. And I remember sitting in the back of the room and being like, okay, if there are people that are making, I heard 10s, 20s, $30,000 a month, and they're just people, I figured I could do it. I figured, okay, they're having success, so could I. So I decided at that point to, give it a shot as an entrepreneur and start my own business because, working in retail, $10,000 in credit card debt, life wasn't looking any better in the future. So I thought something needed to change. So I got started and I was a really raving epic failure my first few years. I failed forward. But I learned about this industry. I learned about entrepreneurship. I came to all the events. I studied marketing, advertising, leadership training, and I did everything that my support team told me to do, but I never really made much profit at the end of the month. In fact, my first 4.5 years in the industry, I called this my not-for-profit business. And then in about 2010 and 11, things really started to change for me. I started beginning to build my business online. I created a 6-figure affiliate marketing business. And then I decided to make a shift into a new company. And it was 5 years ago, almost, to the month, that we decided to partner with an up-and-coming wellness company in America. And in that process, guys, this is what we saw. We saw a new product to the marketplace that was unique. We saw an interesting message, and we saw really a system that was designed for people to succeed. And that timing of jumping on that new product and that system, we were able to make over $3.1 million in 4.5 years. So we went from $100,000 in debt to $100,000 a month in just 18 months. In fact, you can see here, this is our 18th month in the business. The little black dress on stage, that was in Miami, Florida, in front of 18,000 people, collecting a $500,000 bonus check. And guys, the results aren't typical, but it shows you what this industry is possible. If a little college dropout like me can come in, follow a system, find a mentor, work really, really hard and make sacrifices, and create financial freedom, I think it's possible for anybody. And I'll tell you guys, my personal mission in life is to leave people in a better place than where I found them. And here's what happened in that company. Unfortunately, some changes, some shifts, some leadership decisions had to, I would say really those decisions were made for us, and we had to move on. We had to, find a new home. And we were really looking for an upgrade last year, and it was when we were actually drawn to LifeVantage. And a good friend of mine, Tara, who's here on the right of me in the aqua shirt and the silver skirt, Tara actually had a connection in LifeVantage, a woman named Carrie Dickey, and she's a master Protandim with the business. And as soon as we got on the phone with her, we fell in love with LifeVantage. And that's what we're going to talk about the rest of here today, is we're going to be talking and diving into the wellness industry, which, if you do not know, is a multi-trillion-dollar a year industry worldwide annually. And Paul Zane Pilsner talks about over the next 10 years, over 10,000 millionaires will be created out of the wellness sector. And I believe that LifeVantage is perfectly positioned to become one of the greatest companies in this space. And LifeVantage, if you guys don't know, maybe you've seen some of the information beforehand. I hope that you really saw where it began. I'm going to take you back to the very beginning so you understand how beautiful this organic growth has been. So if you guys, before you jumped on the webinar, maybe you watched the abcliveit.com. Well, the abcliveit.com video was an ABC primetime investigative report that was aired to millions of American homes back in 2005. And this report rocked the health world. It actually showed that our flagship product, Protandim, reduced the stress in the body by an average of 40% in just 30 days. And if you guys remember watching the report, you probably remember John Quinones, who's a very famous anchorman. His oxidative stress was reduced by 45% in just 14 days. And they could no longer distinguish the blood of an 80-year-old from that of a 20-year-old. Well, 7 months ago, I saw this video and I just couldn't deny it. Here I was sitting in a company, craving for more, looking for a product that could truly change people's lives, something that was new, that was, upgraded, that had science behind it. And I saw this report, this 11-year-old video, and I'm like, this is amazing stuff. But it actually created more questions inside of me, like, what is oxidative stress? And I think many of you guys are probably wondering, what the heck is it? Why does it matter? What is it doing inside of our bodies? Well, just like an apple turns brown when it's exposed to air, our cells rust when we breathe, and that's due to oxidative stress. So this process is called free radical damage, and free radicals are unstable molecules that damage or oxidize the cells in that process. And I'm sure that you didn't think you're getting a microbiology lesson here tonight, but you're going to learn a lot of great stuff. So what causes oxidative stress? Well, primarily it's our lifestyle, it's the environment, and it's also a lot of different food and toxins and things that we're consuming. And when new studies are coming out that are shown that over 80,000 toxins are in the environment that we're exposed to on a daily basis. It's in the water that we drink that supposedly has chemicals in it to make us safe, right? It's in the food that we eat, the food dyes, the chemicals, the pesticides, the fungicides, the GMOs. all the different processed foods, those processed foods and ingredients cause oxidative damage. It's in the air that we breathe. I mean, guys, when we pump our gas, we breathe in benzene. When we get on an airplane, we breathe in jet fuel. As we walk, live, and drive in our lives, we breathe in diesel fuel all day long. And all of this has toxic oxidative stress effect on our body. And if you guys want to go and research it, go to pubmed.gov. That's pubmed.gov. And oxidative stress is actually mentioned in over 150,000 peer-reviewed studies linked to over 200 major diseases. So just think of oxidative stress as cell damage. When you have oxidative stress in the eyes, you get cataracts, you get blindness. When you have oxidative stress in the brain, you get Alzheimer's, PTSD, stroke, migraines, autism. When you have cellular stress or oxidative stress in the immune system, you're going to get autoimmune disorders like lupus or MS. Think about it, even in the skin, when you have high cellular stress in the skin, you could get acne, dermatitis, psoriasis, even wrinkles. That's all wrinkles is. It's long-term, consistent oxidative cellular damage that is causing aging. And here's what I'll tell you guys. Our product Protandim is clinically proven to reduce your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. That's backed by 6 patents, and we have 17 peer-reviewed studies to show that. But I want to make a very clear distinction. We are not saying that we cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease. That would be irresponsible. All we're saying is that we're lowering oxidative stress, but what if? What if? And knowing what I just shared with you about that, who do you know that needs our product? Who do you know that needs Protandim? The answer is everybody does, and everybody, at least over the age of 20, because that's when it really tends to go downhill. So tonight I'm going to share with you 3 stories, the way that I heard it, the way that changed my life 7 months ago, and that really set the course for this incredible team and opportunity. So let's dive into the company stories. So we talked a little bit about that ABC clip airing back in 2005. Well, the guy in the clip is Dr. Joe McCord. He's one of the formulators of Protandim. And this gentleman is one of the most prestigious medical researchers in our age today. He devoted his entire life to the role of free radicals, how it affects aging. He discovered superoxide dismutase, SOD, which is an enzyme in the body that's so important for anti-aging and cellular health. And it's actually that SOD enzyme has been mentioned in over 50,000 studies. He's gotten the Elliott Crescent Medal, which puts him in the same category as Alexander Graham Bell, Pierre and Marie Curie, Henry Ford. So this guy is legit. And so he developed Protandim, and then that's when it got onto ABC primetime. Now that night, you could imagine at the end of the video when it said, for more information, go to abcnews.com. Everybody watching at home did. They called, they emailed, they went to the website. And within a few hours, over $5 million of Protandim in orders came in. Here was one problem. Look at Dr. Joe. He's a scientist. He's a medical guy. He was not a businessman. There was no logistics. There was no call center. He was not set up to receive that amount of orders. He was just excited to get his product out there. And so even though the stock went from, $1 to $20 practically overnight just on sheer speculation of what this product could do, it quickly fell back down. And they had to figure out, okay, how are we going to get this out to the masses? How are we going to get this out and share it with everybody? Now, the good news was that same night that Protandim launched and aired on ABC Primetime, there was also many doctors and researchers at their home seeing the clip, and they got excited. So they contacted Dr. Joe, and they began to get product from him to start and fund their own studies. So right now, we have over 20 peer-reviewed studies, 17 on Protandim, throughout some of the most prestigious universities and medical units all over the world, and not just in the U.S. We have some in Asia, as well as in Switzerland, in different studies have been done in Europe. And guys, all of this has validated Protandim's effectiveness as an oxidative stress reducer. So I'll give you the timeline. 2005, the clip airs. The stock jumps up, it falls back down. The shareholders get a little frustrated. They're like, hey, we can't rely on an ABC clip to air every week. What are we going to do to get this out to people? So in 2005, they actually were able to start to get this out in retail. They started doing internet marketing, but none of it worked. I mean, they were able to even effectively get it in the most successful GNCs, vitamin shops. These are all of our supplement companies, CVS, Rite Aid, our pharmacies, Whole Foods. So we were able to get it into major retailers. But here's what's crazy. For 4 years, Protandim sold on average a half a bottle per store per month. For 4 years. And so finally at the end of 2009, the board was like, you know what? What is going on? We have all this anecdotal evidence. We have these studies that are coming in. This product works. People are loving it. How are we going to get this out to the masses? So they hired a team of consultants to decide what they need to do with this product. And these consultants took one look at the ABC clip and they said, you know what? This is incredible, but it's a product that needs a story to be told. And they realized that the most effective distribution method for it would be network marketing, person-to-person distribution. So that's when they decided to launch the network marketing model, to pull it off the shelves and say, you know what, let's go into direct sales. And guys, that's when it really happened. We went from $3 million in 2009 to over $200 million in sales in just 4 short years. So it's been quite a story. I know a lot of people ask, if this is so great, why isn't it sold in stores? Guys, I don't know about you, but my pharmacist, I've gone into GNC, I've gone into vitamin stores, and I've asked them, hey, do you have anything for this? They have no idea what oxidative stress is, or, they had no idea how to explain what Protandim is. So this model is perfect for this technology. Now, I also want you guys to know that behind this company, we have incredible leadership. And there's been 2 changes that I believe are priming this company for a massive momentum period. Because we've been really stable at about 200 million in sales for the last several years. We have a brand new CSO, Justin Rose, and a brand new CEO, Darren Jensen. Both have over 25 years of experience with multi-billion-dollar companies like Shackley, Nu Skin, Amway, Jeunesse. They've worked with companies in building them from little tiny nothings to billion-dollar brands, and these gentlemen know what it takes to build global. And more importantly to me, these are family men. They have strong values. And, guys, when you have the right captain at the helm of your ship, it can dramatically impact your future. Now, I want to dive into the product because, as you can probably tell, I get really jazzed about the product. Our signature is Nerf2 technology, but we're in the nutrigenomic or nutraceutical category. Our mission is to help people feel better, look better, perform better, backed through science. So I want to talk about a little bit about Nerf2. This is unique to the marketplace. There is absolutely no other product like this. It's a medical breakthrough. So we've talked about how it lowers oxidative stress by 40%, but it actually increases some of the key antioxidant enzymes in your body by extraordinary rates. One of them is glutathione. It's proven to increase by about 300% in the body. And a lot of people say, okay, Rachel, antioxidants, oxidative stress, okay, some of this sounds familiar. I eat blueberries, I eat oranges, I eat dark chocolate, I take my vitamin C tablet, I take my vitamin E, I take my multi, I drink my goji juice. Why do I need this, right? Well, Dr. McCord, the way he told it to me, the way he explained it to me made perfect sense. He said that when you take an antioxidant, which Protandim is not, Protandim is a upregulator of antioxidants. When you take a direct antioxidant like a vitamin C tablet or you eat an orange, it basically fights free radicals at the rate of 1-to-1 and done. But when you take a product like Protandim, that is a Nerf2 synergizer, works on the Nerf2 pathway to upregulate your SOD, your catalase, your glutathione, all of your body's natural genes to fight free radicals. Protandim is proven to create 1 million free antioxidant free radical scavengers per second for every second of the lifetime of the molecule, which is about 14 days. So let me say that again. Protandim will produce 1 million antioxidants in your body every second for every minute for the lifetime of the cell, which is about 14 days. So if you put that in perspective, you would have to eat over 300 oranges a day to get the same antioxidant capacity of one Protandim tablet. You'd have to eat 15 pounds of blueberries. You'd have to drink over 70 glasses of red wine. Nobody can do that, guys, and nobody would want to. Why would you want to eat over 370 oranges? It's horrible, right? You'd be in the bathroom all day long. Guys, you take one Protandim for $52 at new wholesale price, going live in May. And this product is proven. It is clinically validated. You can look at the science. You guys can read the patents. It does what it says it does. And it's a medical breakthrough in really turning back the aging process. Now, these 5 ingredients are what is the blend that makes Protandim and tru-science special. This is what creates our Nerve 2 technology. The first ingredient is milk thistle. This supports liver health and liver detoxification. This is key with those 80,000 toxins that we come across every single day. Bacopa, which increases your SOD and catalase production. Remember, we said SOD was an important anti-aging enzyme. That Bacopa herb actually increases it. Ashwagandha, this is a Ayurvedic Indian herb. It reduces stress. It's great for your adrenals. We have a green tea extract that boosts metabolism, burns fat, helps with energy. And turmeric, which is a natural anti-inflammatory, and many people use for a ton of different ailments. So these 5 ingredients are synergistically combined. That's what our 6 patents are based on. That when taken in this specific combination are actually 1,800% more effective than taking them separately. And this is what has created the powerful Nerve 2 synergizer that's in Protandim. Now, these ingredients are also found in our skincare. We have Nerve 2 skincare. So the same ingredients that protect the blood, the bone, and the organs with Protandim now protect your skin with the skincare called tru-science. Now, this is a level 5 skincare. So it's a cosmetogenomic, meaning when you put this on the skin, it's going to absorb down into the cellular level in the DNA and upregulate over 50 different genes like collagen, elastin, and all the different antioxidant genes to help repair and restore the skin. This is restorative skincare. This is not a moisturizer, right? Or I should say not just a moisturizer. Now, I think what's as important, what's in tru-science is what's not in it. It's sulfate-free, paraben-free, formaldehyde-free, gluten-free, no GMOs, no petroleum, no mineral oil, no artificial colors. It's incredible and it smells amazing. And I think what I love about it is the price of it for a 90-day supply is as good, if not better, than any department store brand. And unlike the chemicals, which is just adding to your oxidative stress for most of the really popular brands, this is an all-natural alternative to really restore your skin. Now, our third major product is our Micro Lift Serum, and this is a cosmetic product that can be used under the eyes or for any single area that has, fine lines, wrinkles. It lasts about 6 to 8 hours. It's great under makeup or, using after your tru-science regimen. This is phenomenal for people that, feel like they look really tired or they want to do something to restore the radiance under their eyes. But it can be used around the mouth, on the neck, etc. Look at this woman right here on the left. It's actually my mother-in-law, Mert. Look at her 3 minutes later. She looks 10 years younger. So that's available as well. Now, I know at this point, we're looking at the information. You probably watched some stuff before getting started. I think you're finding yourself that you're one of 3 types of people. You either, number one, no matter what, I want more information. I want to do research. I want to read all the studies. Don't worry, we're going to get all that to you. The second type person, you want to become a customer. You want to get on our anti-aging system. You want to start taking Protandim, seeing what tru-science does on your skin, and really protect yourself from oxidative stress. The third type of person, you want to share these products with others. You want to partner with Team Heart Australia. And it's for those of you guys that I want to talk to you next. I want to talk to you specifically, the number 3s that are interested in building a business, that I want to talk about the opportunity. Now, sharing the LifeVantage business, you actually get paid many different ways, 6 different ways. And I always break it down this way because it gets a little complicated talking about money, but the first way you can make money is fast income. So this is weekly pay. When you sell packs, when you sign up customers, you're going to make initial money. So you can make fast money this week by going out there and sharing the opportunity. But we also have, and the reason why most of us are building this is residual income. Imagine the ability to create a royalty business of 2 to 9% off of all the orders in your team. And this always blows me away because many of us are entrepreneurial minded. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs on the call. And, when we think about starting a gym, it's noble. We want to help people get fit. You want to start a fitness center. You want to help people exercise. But you're basically buying an expensive job. And many people that I have, that friends that are gym owners, have claimed that that's all it really is. It's a very expensive job to get up at dark 30 to wake up and run this business. Imagine if you were able to get paid a small percentage for every little gym that you referred. If you had friends that started their own gyms and you got a little royalty off of them, it's kind of like the newest version of franchising. It's incredible. So how do you get started in sharing this? Well, we have 2 different packs that I recommend. We also have a freedom pack, but you do make about half the money on it. So I'm going to talk specifically today about the Vantage and the Platinum pack. The Vantage pack is $759. The Platinum pack is $1210. And I want to show you guys how to make your money back. This is very simple. If you get started today on a Vantage pack and you refer 3 people on a Vantage pack, you're going to make $750 plus. We also have some pools and some additional bonuses, but you're going to be making your money back quickly. If you did this in the next 30 days, you can get your money back before your credit card payments even due. Now, if you get started as a Platinum pack by referring 3 people to a Platinum pack, you're going to make $500 each for a total earned of over $1,500. Now, in the packs, you're going to get a sampling of tru-science and Protandim, as well as some marketing material. You get a free website and no annual fees as long as you're active in the business. Now, guys, I told you about that residual income, and I love the quote by J. Paul Getty. I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. We pay royalty commission. This is paid monthly. So this is anywhere from 2 to 9% off of everybody in your team. Now imagine if you were able to build an organization where you were on Protandim and you taught your team to go get a few more people, 4 people on Protandim. The average revenue per distributor would be $200 per month, right? 1 Protandim and referring 4 people to Protandim. Well, guys, if you had over 3,000 distributors, you could be making $31,000 a month just on the royalty commissions, just by building a team of people go getting 4 customers. So there's a way to make a great residual income off of very few people. Now, the second major back-end pay that we have, which really sets LifeVantage apart, is the generational matching bonus. This is paid monthly as well, and this is a long-term build, guys. This is something to build over the next year, 2, 3 years, but it's a check match. So every time that you refer a Vantage pack or a Platinum pack distributor to LifeVantage, you're going to earn 10% off of their royalty commissions for life. Now, it doesn't stop there. You're also going to earn a 5% override off of their distributors' commissions, and 5% off of who they enroll, and 5% off of who they enroll, and 5% off of who they enroll. So this is a 30% 5-level generational matching bonus off of the royalty commissions. So my brain says, okay, if I'm making a check match off of people's monthly pay, I want to help as many people make as much money as possible. And this is why I love network marketing. Help people get what they want. You're going to have everything that you want. Now, lastly, we have profit sharing. When you get to the elite ranks of the business, which is 6 figures a year and above, you have the ability to take part in shareholding. So at a Pro 7, you're actually getting a percentage of 1% of the company. At Pro 2, now you're sharing 2%. Pro 9, you're at 3%. Pro 10, you're at 4%. To give you an idea, I'm at a Pro 8 right now, so I'm sharing in 2%. It's adding an additional $50,000 a year in my income just because I'm in the elite pools, because I'm at the elite ranks. That is life-changing income for people, and it's just a bonus. Now, what's phenomenal is that this company is publicly traded, so everything is transparent. We have different ranks, rank 1, Pro 2, Pro 3, Pro 4, Pro 5, Pro 6, Pro 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can actually see the correlated monthly average income of those ranks. So if you want to go look at our income disclosures, you can see, okay, great. I know the average Pro 2 makes $200 a month. I know the average Pro 5 makes $2,200 a month or $27,000 a year. I know the Pro 6 makes over $5,000 a month or $67,000 per year. And that's the average, right? There's minimums and then there's monthly max. But guys, you can see very clearly, hey, if I need to get to $2,000 a month, I need to go Pro 5. And that's how we can divide a program to see that you can get there. Now, one thing I want to note is look how much money is being paid out to the middle and the lower ranks. This is how you find a stable company. This is how you find a company that is not just a few people at the top making all the money. This is where you can find individuals that are absolutely changing lives in a middle class. That's how you see a healthy organization. Now, the timing of international expansion is huge. Current marketplaces, we're in US, Canada, Mexico, Japan, Thailand, Australia, Philippines, and Hong Kong. And we are launching into the UK and the Netherlands right now. In fact, over the last 30 days, we've launched into the United Kingdom. We've added about 400 new distributors. And I believe that will be a massive market. So who do you know in the United Kingdom? We're about to launch the Netherlands and throughout Europe as well. Now, I know that many people talk about timing in business, and it's important to think about. You know, in real estate, it's location, location, location. In network marketing, it's timing, timing, timing. And what's really neat about LifeVantage is we're just wrapping up the foundational phase of our business. So the foundational phase, the last 7 years of really figuring it out, doing a lot of the grunt work and the dirty work and setting up the customer service. And we're just as a company entering into that momentum phase. And if you can choose a company that is in momentum, you basically maximize your opportunity because it's as simple as that. A rising tide will raise all ships. And I don't know if I'm really that great at network marketing or if I'm just great at timing, but I've nailed it 3 times now. And this is my 3rd time. And I believe we're here because over the last 90 days, 15,000 people have joined the company. Now, I don't know if we're at critical mass yet. Critical mass is probably when we're at 15,000 a month joining. But I think that we're going to see that over the next several months. So the timing here is impeccable. Now, with Australia, we're fully approved. We are currently shipping, very fast shipping, 3 to 5 days. We have less than about 120 active distributors. So to give you guys perspective, over 23 million people, the opportunity is massive. And we're doing about 60,000 a month right now in average revenue. So guys, the possibility is endless. This is wide open here. We have only a few people across the country even doing this and really across the world. Of our 200 million in sales, about 60% of it's in the US, 30% of it's in Japan, and the other is smattered around Japan, Mexico, and a little bit in Asia. And the opportunity right now is 3 weeks. In about 3 weeks, we have a leadership launch event in May 7th with Darren Jensen. And I think Charlotte will talk about that here in a second. But this is a chance to get started and to build towards our CEO coming to meet him, to get guests in front of him, to get new team members, to really get the game plan on how we have to build this big in your country. So with that, guys, I want to encourage you. We do have a proven system and a track record, the mentoring, the love, the support, everything you need to succeed. But I want to bring on a woman who has seen great success in this industry. She's a very powerful marketer and somebody that I'm really pleased and honored to call a new friend of mine and a business partner. Charlotte, share with us a little bit about your thoughts and, you know, really close us out here of why you decided to join Team Heart and, you know, why everybody else should consider joining us as well. Over to you, Lev.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rachel. No, thank you, Rachel, for sharing your incredible personal testimony with us. It's so funny. I was just thinking about we had G start and G's Irish, and then we had you come on, Rachel, and you American, and now you guys can hear my accent, and I'm from South Africa, so we're representing many nations tonight. So, guys, just again, I want to thank Rachel. And just, Rachel, you are so inspiring to us. And to hear your story and what you've achieved to this very day is just phenomenal. You know, I believe that you are one of the industry's iconic leaders. And your generous heart and training will change many lives and create such a legacy that you're going to be leaving behind. So we thank you for your guidance and your endless time. You're always happy to answer our questions and to be there for us. And I can see you're going to lead this amazing Australian team to massive success. So friends, a little bit about me. I'm a wife and I'm a mum of 2 amazing children. I have a boy of 22 and my daughter is 19. My working background includes a marketing degree, and I've held really high corporate positions. 15 years ago, my family and I immigrated to Australia from South Africa, and I promised my mum when I left, through tears rolling down my face, that I would never work again for a boss. Because you see, my children had missed out so much on seeing their mum, because I was always working late and doing extra hours on weekends to achieve massive sales targets that I was given just so that I could earn that extra bonus. But friends, when it came to paying the bonus, the company always had some kind of an excuse. So really what happened is I gave up special time with my children for empty promises from a boss. So the past 15 years I've been blessed to work from home. I've been there for my children when they were sick, when they needed help with homework, when they wanted me to run them around, when they had sport, and it's just been such a blessing. And during this time, I established a patent for a dental floss product. I set up manufacturing in China, created a distribution channel, and eventually sold the company. But after 5 years of commitment and hundreds of thousands of dollars, I walked away with no profit. And I must say, it made me stop and think, well, what next? Why put in all that effort, all the money, and you just don't benefit? And then a really good friend of mine 3 years ago introduced me to network marketing. And I had never heard of it. I'm not sure why, but I had never heard of it. So if you're an entrepreneur, you know, network marketing is the only business model that you should invest your time and effort in. I'm a firm believer of that now. So you may ask, well, why LifeVantage, Charlotte? There's so many companies out there. Why did you pick LifeVantage? And for me, the top 3 reasons are this. Timing. Guys, as Rachel said before, timing is crucial in network marketing. I've always watched other people get in at the top, and I've wished for that to be me. And then this opportunity came along. You know, G found it. She came to me. She said, Charlotte, you've got to look at this. We started investigating it together. We set up a Skype call with Rachel, and we're just blown off of our feet. And, you know, we're only just starting in Australia, guys. All of you on this call tonight have been given an incredible gift to be one of the very first in Australia. What an amazing thing. So number 1 was timing. Number 2 was product retention and price. Now, I've been in network marketing companies before and always had a massive issue with product retention. Now, I worked hard to get customers, got them on, coached them through programs, only to find that they'd be on the product for a month or 2 and then they would just go off. So I found that I was always playing catch up and always trying to replace customers that I'd lost. And one of the things we investigated with LifeVantage and Protandim is retention. And I can tell you that the retention rate is really high, and I'm sure Rachel will back us on that. The other thing really important is price. Now, if you have a price that's comparative to other vitamins out there or other products similar, or it's even cheaper, you just have such a great advantage. And Protandim is priced really well in the market. And then my third quality that I looked for was a company with heart and a team with heart and support. And, you know, it's said that people don't stay for products and they don't stay for opportunity, but they stay for people. And that is what I was looking for. I had been led down by leaders, you know, with unrealistic expectations, or very often people that only really looked after me or cared for me if I was working. And I just didn't want that kind of culture. So for me as a leader, it's vital to have a loving and kind and supportive and encouraging team that will inspire all of us to greater heights. And we found that with Team Heart. So tonight, guys, I'm so grateful for G. I want to honor her for bringing this to Australia. G and her persistence in finding the right company, and she spent hundreds of hours investigating, researching. And G, we want to honor you tonight. This is our launch, and this is all about you, girls. So thank you for bringing this to us. I'm really over the moon to be sharing this opportunity with you. And guys, are you excited? Can you feel it? I really do hope that you can. I tell you that when you get what we have in our hands right now, Protandim, they say, will help you sleep. But honestly, LifeVantage keeps me awake. So it's quite a funny combination. But what do you need to do now? So guys, you should jump in straight away. Get back to your sponsor, get enrolled tonight. We will all be up until midnight if need be. Speak to us tonight. Let's get you enrolled. Let's get you into the system first. And the very next thing is let's register you for the event on the 7th of May. You know, as leaders, we give you our commitment that we will guide you, we will encourage you, we will teach you, we will do whatever we can to help you succeed. And of course, you need to bring your bit, which I know that you'll know about. So let's make history together, guys. Let's change thousands of lives in Australia, including yours and mine. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks again, Rachel and G. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, and get hold of your sponsor right now. Let's get you in the system.